The world watched. The faithful prayed. In every corner of the globe, eyes were glued to screens, hearts were lifted in silent supplication. The anticipation was palpable, a collective breath held in unison. From the ancient heart of Rome, where history and faith intertwine, a momentous event was unfolding. A plume of white smoke ascended, signaling to the world that a decision had been made, carrying with it the hopes of 1 billion souls, each one yearning for guidance and unity. A new pope had been chosen. The air was electric with joy and relief as the faithful celebrated this divine selection. But this was no ordinary transition. It was a moment steeped in profound significance. This was history in the making, a chapter that would be remembered for generations. For the first time, the Vicar of Christ, the spiritual leader of over 1 billion Catholics, the successor to St. Peter, hailed not from the familiar landscapes of Europe or the Americas, but from Asia. This was a groundbreaking moment. Cardinal Luis Antonio Tagle, the Archbishop of Manila, had become the first Asian pope. His election was a beacon of hope and a testament to the Church's evolving identity. The significance of this moment reverberated across the globe, touching hearts and minds in every nation. The Catholic Church, a faith built on universality, had finally shattered a centuries-old barrier. It was a powerful reminder of the Church's mission to embrace all of humanity. The election of Pope Tagle was a powerful testament to the Church's growing presence in Asia, a region where faith was flourishing, and a symbol of unity for a faith spanning continents and cultures. It was a moment that brought together diverse communities in a shared celebration. As the bells of St. Peter's Basilica pealed across Rome, their sound resonated with a message of hope and renewal. They announced more than just a new pontiff. They heralded a new era for the Catholic Church, one filled with promise and potential. They heralded a new era for the Catholic Church, a dawn of new possibilities and renewed faith. The world held its breath, eager to see what this new chapter would bring. Who was this man, this Asian shepherd chosen to lead the world's largest Christian denomination? What qualities did he possess that set him apart? What did his election mean for the future of the Catholic Church? How would his leadership shape the path ahead? And what challenges and opportunities awaited him as he assumed the mantle of Supreme Pontiff? The world watched, waited, and hoped. Shrouded in secrecy, the conclave had commenced. The air was thick with anticipation and the weight of tradition. This was no ordinary gathering. It was a sacred assembly that would shape the future of the Catholic Church. Within the hallowed halls of the Sistine Chapel, beneath the awe-inspiring frescoes of Michelangelo, the atmosphere was both solemn and electric. 140 cardinals, the princes of the Church, had gathered from all corners of the globe. Each one carried the hopes and prayers of millions of faithful. They convened to elect a successor to the Petrine ministry, a task both monumental and humbling. The responsibility was immense, and the gravity of their duty was palpable. Bound by an oath of secrecy, they deliberated, prayed, and cast their votes in silence. Each vote was a prayer, a plea for divine guidance in this most sacred of decisions. The weight of history pressed heavily on their shoulders. They were not just choosing a leader, they were choosing a shepherd for the world's 1.3 billion Catholics. Outside, the world waited with bated breath. Pilgrims, tourists, and the faithful gathered in St. Peter's Square, eyes fixed on the chimney of the Sistine Chapel. Days turned into nights as the plumes of black smoke continued to rise, signaling that no decision had been reached. The tension was palpable, the anticipation growing with each passing hour. The crowd's anxiety mirrored the cardinal's own. Every puff of black smoke was a reminder of the enormity of their task and the difficulty of reaching a consensus. Then, on that fateful day, the smoke shifted. No longer black, but a brilliant, pure white. A collective gasp rose from the crowd, followed by cheers and tears of joy. The world knew what this meant. Habemus Papam, we have a pope. The announcement echoed through the square, a moment of unity and celebration. Few had anticipated the outcome. The name that was announced took many by surprise, sending ripples of astonishment through the crowd. Whispers of Tagle's name had circulated amongst Vatican watchers, but most had dismissed them as wishful thinking. The idea of a non-European pope seemed far-fetched to many. Yet here he was, the Archbishop of Manila, a man whose humility and deep spirituality had touched many. His elevation to the papacy was a testament to the Church's evolving perspective. The cardinals, it seemed, had looked beyond the familiar faces of Europe and the Americas. They had sought a leader who could bridge the old and the new, the traditional and the modern. They had looked east, to the burgeoning Catholic communities of Asia, and found in Cardinal Tagle a man of deep faith, profound intellect, and a compassionate heart. Elevated to the highest office in Christendom, Cardinal Tagle's papacy symbolized a new era for the Church, one that embraced diversity and global unity. The Cardinal's decision reflected a broader vision, one that recognized the growing importance of the global South in the Catholic Church. They had looked east, to the burgeoning Catholic communities of Asia, and found in Cardinal Tagle a man of deep faith, profound intellect, and a compassionate heart. Cardinal Tagle's election was not just a nod to the past, but a hopeful gaze into the future. His qualities were seen as essential to lead the Church into the 21st century. As the new Pope stepped onto the balcony, the world watched with hope and anticipation, ready to embrace the changes and challenges that lay ahead. Luis Antonio Tagle's journey to the papacy was as improbable as it was inspiring. Born in 1957 in Imus, Philippines, Tagle's upbringing was a world away from the gilded halls of the Vatican. Raised in a devout Catholic family, he developed a strong sense of faith from a young age. His parents instilled in him the values of humility, compassion, and service to others. His sharp intellect was evident early on, leading him to pursue a life dedicated to serving God and his people. Tagle's theological journey took him from his native Philippines to the hallowed halls of the Catholic University of America, where he earned his doctorate in church history. His scholarship was matched by his pastoral zeal. Tagle was known for his ability to connect with people from all walks of life, making theology accessible and relevant to everyday experiences. He served as a parish priest, a seminary rector, and eventually, in 2001, as the Archbishop of Manila. His tenure in Manila was marked by his deep commitment to the poor and marginalized, tirelessly working to uplift those in need. He was often seen in the slums, offering not just spiritual guidance but also tangible support. His efforts to promote interfaith dialogue and his unwavering advocacy for social justice. Tagle's reputation for humility, compassion, and intellectual rigor extended far beyond the shores of his native Philippines. He was appointed president of Caritas Internationalis, a global confederation of Catholic relief, development, and social service organizations, a testament to his commitment to serving the needs of the most vulnerable. His star continued to rise within the Church, culminating in his appointment by Pope Francis as a special envoy to the U.S. Eucharistic Congress in 2024, where he was expected to play a pivotal role in fostering unity and spiritual renewal, a clear sign of the esteem in which he was held by the former pontiff. His ability to bridge cultural and religious divides made him a beloved figure not just in the Philippines but around the world. Little did anyone know then that he was on the cusp of making history. His journey, marked by unwavering faith and relentless service, continues to inspire millions. News of Tagle's election sent shockwaves of joy and jubilation throughout Asia. From the bustling streets of Manila to the remote villages of the Himalayas, the faithful erupted in celebration. The Catholic Church in Asia, long considered a periphery of the faith, had finally found its voice on the world stage. In the Philippines, Tagle's homeland, the euphoria was palpable. Churches overflowed with worshippers offering prayers of thanksgiving. The streets were awash in a sea of flags, banners, and joyous faces. Tagle's election was a source of immense national pride, a testament to the vibrancy of the Catholic faith in the Philippines and its growing influence within the global Church. Across Asia, from India to South Korea, from Vietnam to East Timor, the sentiment was echoed. The election of an Asian pope was seen as a powerful symbol of inclusion, a recognition of the contributions and the growing importance of the Catholic Church in the region. It was a moment of immense hope, a sign that the Church was truly becoming a global family, united in its diversity and its commitment to spreading the gospel message. Tagle's approach to leadership was anything but conventional. He believed in leading by example, often working alongside his team to ensure that everyone felt valued and motivated. His open-door policy meant that anyone could approach him with ideas or concerns, fostering an environment of trust and collaboration. Tagle's emphasis on empathy and understanding set him apart, making him not just a leader, but a mentor to many. His unique style was instrumental in driving the team's success, proving that leadership is not just about authority, but about inspiring and uplifting those around you. In every journey, challenges are inevitable. Pope Tagle has faced many, but with each challenge comes a new opportunity. His resilience and unwavering faith have guided him through the toughest of times, turning obstacles into stepping stones for progress. Looking ahead, Pope Tagle envisions a future where compassion and understanding bridge divides. He dreams of a world united by love and mutual respect, where every individual feels valued and heard. His vision is not just a hope, but a call to action for all. Pope Tagle carries the weight of a profound legacy. A legacy built on centuries of faith, service, and dedication. Living up to this global legacy is no small feat, but he embraces it with humility and grace, determined to leave a lasting impact on the world. The transformative potential of Pope Tagle is immense. His leadership has the power to inspire change, to ignite a spark of hope in the hearts of millions. As he continues his journey, the world watches with anticipation, ready to follow his lead towards a brighter future. Please subscribe to our channel History Documentary Hub for more insightful videos and intriguing content.